Good morning, America. This is Dr. Turi / Captain Turi now, and a proud captain, by the way. Talking to you from the arid zone. Okay, now listen. The title of this critical newsletter is Charles III, the last British king and the UK fate. Now, this is kind of an extraordinary, even very, very deep newsletter that I wrote today. And some of you are more visual than audible, okay, because of my French accent. So it may be a good idea for you later on to read that newsletter and pass it on, because I do have visions that sometimes people don't really like to hear about. However, that's what I was born to do, and I'm doing it. You like it or not, that's how it is. Now, but before anything, oh man, I have to tell you a little bit of what happened to me when I was in Alabama at sea school. First of all, I have a newfound, extremely respectful feeling for all the firemen from all life. Jesus, wow. I did not know really what I was getting into, especially at my age, 72, and the demand, both mentally and physically, that I had to deal with, literally. So I got all sorts of certification. Again, you could see every one of those certifications, I think 5 of them, on my Facebook page. The link is live. So when you have a chance, click on the link. Look at all the video that I took, all the pictures that I took of what I went through. And as I said, I have a newfound respect for firemen, because I had to go myself through a long container in battle of fire. And I had to wear all the equipment and the oxygen bottle behind me and the oxygen mask. And in Alabama, it was extremely hot and humid. So when you carry all that, tell you what, if you're claustrophobic, you have no chances. So I walk inside with the fire hose. It was about 800 degrees. Couldn't see nothing. The fire was huge, yet I could barely see the fire in the smoke that was so thick. And I was there, and I opened the hose, and I was able to put the fire out, and then I'll walk backwards, okay? My God, I thought that was very, very hard, because, 2 or 3 times I had to change and put the equipment, and I was sweating. And in fact, I got a bunch of bowl of water, and I just dropped them all over my head and in my back and in my front, trying to cool down. At my age, I have a little bit of a problem with the heat. Okay, so I thought that was done, and I was going to be better from now on. Oh my gosh, little did I know what I had to go next. Next, I had to go in another room, okay? Again, I have all this stuff that I have to wear, the boots, the bottle of oxygen, the heavy-duty equipment, the costume. It's so heavy and so hot. I was perspiring like a pig. It was so hot. And then I was crawling. If you crawl down, you have less smoke. But it was total darkness, hot like hell. And I was crawling on my knees, looking for a body. Of course, it was a mannequin. It was not the idea is to feel your way in the darkness. Okay, if this happened in my house, I know everything in my house. Like you can close your eyes right now and you will know what's going on in your house, because you have in your mind the pictures of every room, bathroom, kitchen, everything. But that was a brand new area. It never been before. I had no clue. I was looking for a body. So I finally against the wall, not to get lost, Okay, I felt a leg and a foot, and there it was. Then you have to turn that mannequin in a position. You cannot drag it by his feet and bang his head on the floor. So all doing this on my knees in total darkness in a smoky environment, 800 degrees. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just realized how incredibly beautiful, strong, courageous all those firemen who are risking their lives for us on a daily basis really are. I had no clue. I think everybody should go through that experience. You should go crawling on your feet looking for a body. But imagine that that body is the one of a child, and you bring it out, and then you have to bring it alive again. So I had to be trained from A to Z in so many ways. That was really, really, really hard and kind of an awakening for me. Then we went to the pool. In case the ship sank, you have to know what to do to save all the people. You're the captain. You're responsible for all those lives. Okay, you have to know what to do if there is such a tragic happening, an accident, and you start to sink from the bow. Okay, then you have to drop the raft. Okay, the raft in the water. You have to know how to use every single thing that is in this draft. God forbid this draft fall upside down. Now you have to go and flip it over the right way. This is what I had to do. I was in a swimming pool with all the students. I didn't have much problem, pool. You can look at the video, see what I had to do. Where I had a problem was to go inside the raft. I had surgery that I got some pretty nasty scar on my shoulder. Maybe you could see it. So I cannot use that shoulder as much as I used to. The surgery was a few months ago, so it's still pretty weak, still hurt. So I had to use only my right hand. The strength is on the right side, not on the left side, to go inside that raft. And I'm freaking 72. So it took me a while, but I was able to come in and everybody was applauding. Yes, the old guy did it. But anyway, I'm telling you, my friends, being a boat captain now and having to do what I have to do and gone what I went through to protect all the people that trust me on my ship, it's very, very honorable and very, very important. Cannot drink, cannot do drugs. You got to be watching everything that's going on that ship. It's pretty much, when you're giving me your spirit, you trust me to guide you into God cosmic design when I do a reading for you. So I have to be very cautious not to upset you, but at the same time, I cannot tell you what you want to hear. I have to make you aware of the universal rules that apply specifically for you, okay? And there are things that you've been blessed and things you've been cursed by, like me, like anybody else. And then I have to find a way to fill the sails with the right wind so that this boat, which is your spirit, doesn't crash. So I am kind of responsible, very responsible, that at the end of our meeting, you fly high as the eagle. You know exactly what direction to go because now you understand the rules that were written in light by God himself, as much as I understand the physical, rational rules of Neptune, the Lord of the seas, so I can take that ship anywhere. I got the undertone master, yes, so which means from 6 people, that was the maximum, I can now have 50 people, and I can take them anywhere outside of the United States. That was a hell of a lot of work, but you know what? I had the right teacher, John, Ron. I had the right people all along. Jack, that was there to help me. Okay, those guys were really, really professional, very patient. And as I said, if you want to become a boat captain and follow my footstep, again, sea school. I choose Alabama because they feed you and You could stay there. It's all clean. It's all beautiful. It's all very professional. Very, very much highly recommended. So there you go. Responding to the dragon. The Scorpius dragon is right in my 9th house, a higher earning. There you go. Foreign land, foreign places, college, university. I knew this dragon in my 9th house will help me to gather the mental and physical strengths that I needed to succeed in becoming a boat captain. Again, remember, knowledge is power, ignorance is evil. And now that brings me to talk about, of course, the new King of England, Charles III. Okay. And you know what? Exposing and explaining the idiosyncrasies of the new King of England using astropsychology should not be interpreted by those who love and respect the royal as an attack against them. No, not at all, my friend. Okay. I do the stars of a lot of celebrities, the stars of all the famous people. I did the stars of President Trump, Obama, Biden, and so many people from all walks of life. And I thought, why not doing the one of Charles, ex-Prince Charles, the new King of England? Again, there is so much to say about the good and bad of the king. All I can tell you is when I wrote my 2021 and 22 Nostradamus Dragon forecast, I clearly mentioned that all the souls born in November or in May, or those who have a moon or a hidden or natal dragon in Scorpio or Taurus, will be dying and rebirthing. Prince Charles is a Scorpio, born in November, with the tail of the dragon in Scorpio. And I guess we can all agree that his life, like mine, has changed drastically by house and sign. So, you know, you're talking about Scorpio, the most powerful, the sign who owns life and death in his own essence, in his own core. The Scorpius dragon right now is cursing the planet. People are going insane. They become jealous, resentful, destructive. This is why there is so much murder, so much instability, so much chaos, so much drama. Why cops get killed, cops kill innocent people. This dragon is so very powerful. It's all about life and death. And he brings that awareness, that universal depression and negativity that, my God, what's going on is the end of the world. No, it's not the end of the world. It's just the dragon doing his part as imposed by God, cosmic's will. And I know why it's going on this way. Now, this dragon is affecting you like it's affected my education, and I jumped on it and I succeeded, okay? This dragon is also affecting you in a very specific area of your chart. And that's why it's critical for you to find out. Because if you do not know, you're going to become a robot of this dragon, which is manipulated by the reptilians. And then he might just end up killing you, okay? The stinger of the Scorpio, negativity, depressions, it's very, very tough dragon to handle. And while the head can bring you into the ego and rebirth you, that's why it's so critical to become cosmic conscious and use the stars. It's again, as I said last time in my last video, it's like a captain who knows there is a good weather and he knows the wind is going to push his sails in the right direction. So he's going to get to his destination safe and sound, and with all the people that he's responsible for. That's what astrology is all about. But as far as the karmic residue, I told you, when you elect a president, you will have to suffer his fate, and his idiosyncrasy will curse the world. We elected Trump. Trump is a Gemini. Gemini is 2. And since then, everything is split. He's a duo, and that's why he was impeached twice, and he's trying to run again. Whatever it is, you like Trump or you don't, that's your deal. Or Biden or Obama, I don't care. I'm not into politics. I'm into astrology, trying to guide you, to educate you on God's cosmic design. So now the British by force. Karmic work is not an election, it's a king, okay? King Charles III is now in charge of this country. In other words, you have the worst of the worst of the worst of the stars. A Scorpio dragon still in charge of a country that is now doomed to die and rebirth for the best. That's all there is. Prince Charles suffers a very, very serious problems. Okay. He wakes up in the morning, he look at himself and he hates himself. That's what Scorpio do. They sting themselves. Remember the scorpion, the poison, the past, the guilt, negativity, being unhappy with himself, making life misery to everybody else. He's got a serious problem with OCD. You need to read what his butler said about him. A guy that cannot take care of himself, that needs to have his toothpaste put on his toothbrush every day. Somebody that's got to have his underwear taken care of. Probably doesn't even lacy shoes. And his royal ass is demanding him to carry his gold toilet top so he can do what you and I do normally every day. Okay, so these stars are so very, very negative. It can be good for the UK for the time being, but that is a higher order. Life is a constant process of changes, my friend. You cannot stop time. You cannot stop changes. And changes are always for the best. You have to remember, the British once upon a time were the top of the top. This country is a Capricorn country. The head of the goat, the devil, Satan, the sign chosen by the Christian. Capricorn was politics, structure, the snob, the rich, the Illuminati, large corporation, the government. It was president that gets in power like Putin or Trump. They don't want to let it go. Okay, the goat, the head of the devil in Christian theology. Okay, the UK, the British Islands are Capricorn. Okay, so they are very smart. Without the British, there'd be no politics, no structuring, no engineering. They were so smart that they built those ships and they went all over the place and they colonized so many countries. In fact, they raped India of all their resources, and they went to Africa and they raped the African nation of all their diamond mines, which still are owned by the royal. And all those diamonds end up on the crown of the queen. But there is karma. Okay, colonial manifesto is not about, hey, you know, we like to help you take care of your country. No, we're going to kill you. We're going to destroy you. We're going to ruin your families. We're going to put fire everywhere. We're going to take all your resources. We're going to take all your diamond and we're going to bring everything to the royals. Is that right? Do you think it's right? No, it's not. And that's what karma comes in for this country and all the royal. This is why I predict the end of the royal hierarchy. It's just the way it is, looking and reading at the stars. Now, the British people are kind of lost without their queen. Their queen is like a grandmother. Who doesn't love his grandmother? So they emotionally connect with the queen because she was the pillar, the strength, the beauty, the know-how. But do you know that the queen was also born with the tail of the dragon in Capricorn, like Hitler, in the 8th house, and both of them were born in April? Oh, wait a minute here. What am I talking about? This is why you need to read that newsletter where I explain by writing things that you may have difficulty to accept or assimilate. But for the time being, my good friend, this is where we're going to leave it at, okay? You need to read what the butler said about Prince Charles, now King of England. You got to realize that he's sick. He's slowly but surely dying. Like old Scorpio, he hates himself. If you get up in the morning and you start to have a fight with yourself and you hate yourself and you wonder what's going on around you, you have that nasty energy. Well, the stinger, the poison of the scorpion is killing you. I am here to guide you. Do you think King Charles III will watch my video and apply his will not to let the stinger, the poison, negativity kill him? No, No, you are the lucky one. In other words, you're much more luckier than any king and queen on planet Earth because you get to know what it means to be a human and how God has blessed or cursed you with your stars. It'd be a curse if you don't know. But if you know, now you can apply your will, which is the part of God in you, which is much stronger than the dragon and the Scorpio's poison, okay? And then you can beat it and you can become the ultimate eagle and fly above all the negativity of a sign that is cursing the life of this king. Yeah, slowly but surely his poisoning is on mind. He's his worst enemy, like old Scorpio, until they realize they have to kill it. They have to kill the nasty scorpion and build a majestuous eagle. And you, yes, you, my good friend, you are a Scorpio somewhere in your chart. You're going to behave that way. Will you be curious enough to ask me to guide and lead you into those safe waters? Choice is yours. Until then, my good friend, God bless you. Thank you for listening. Please share this very critical newsletter and save it, because once my number is up, you realize Dr. Tui was real after all. Make it a beautiful day, all of you. Bye-bye.